Morning, is it, from Zetster's lab? Well, I'm sitting here in my little workroom, and as I was creating, I thought how much I love it to recycle. That's the word. Oh, I love creating with recycled items. I mean, it's great to go to the shop, buy a piece of material and make something, but to look in your cupboards and find stuff and then to change them into what you love, oh, that is wonderful. So you remember the red cushion I crocheted? Well, as I was putting it in my TV room where I wanted, the other one that was with it was a green whitish one, and I don't know, they were just they needed something. I needed another cushion. Either I needed to put red on this or just make them blend in. I don't know, but and then I thought of something. Why not I saw it on YouTube, that's right, or Pinterest. I saw these they crochet these little round things, then they put it on a cushion cover, and it's like little flowers. And I thought, you know what, perhaps I should do this on the white. And then I went into my cupboard and I got some of this material. A friend of mine, she moved homes and she was a seamstress, and she gave me so many pieces of materials, and this is just some of them that she gave me. And I saw this. There's my cupboard full of my extra materials. And you know, I changed my little workspace, my art studio, my work studio, and I brought in the couch, and look at Bella Blup, she loves it there in the sun. Put my working table in this corner, right next to my stuff. So it's so nice. As I was sewing, I needed another bobbin and yarn, so I just reached out, got it, and continued. Oh, I love my new space. I mean, it's the same little area, just changed the furniture a little bit, loving it. So then I got this, get back to my project, and I thought, I've got some red yarn left over. I got some green left over from a cardigan I knitted for myself. Also, I've got a video about that. And some greenish. And then I had some brown as well. And then when I put it onto this fabric, oh, I just loved it. It didn't look like anything, so I really didn't think it's gonna work. I only started off with these two, and then I thought, it's gonna work. It can work, and then I added this. So I went onto YouTube again, found some coasters, how to crochet a coaster, a round thing. It's gonna look like a flower. So I found crochet along videos, and I started crocheting some coasters. And later I decided, you know what, I'm gonna not make it just red, I'm gonna change it, make it all the colors. So there it is. There you have my little cushion. Isn't it gorgeous? Now just look at this. All of a sudden this is working. So I don't know if I'm going to have the white one. Perhaps I'm going to put that on another couch. But these two are working. Everything is going to work. And look how easy it is. So I just sewed it onto the fabric, and there you have it. But then I ran into a little problem. As I say, when you create without patterns, you always run into little problems. And then the awesome thing is, now you need to make a plan again, so your creative juices starts to work again. So yes, I did create 3 little small flowers, 2 red and 1 of this creamish color. And I didn't find a spot for them on this. I actually like the plain effect. I did add the leaf that I did. But then as I made the cushion cover, I used one of my covers for my bed pillowcases. And it's so easy to see how they do it. And I thought, I'm going to make the same cushion cover with the same pattern. So I was looking and copying it, and then when it's done I realized, oh boy, this should have been the long side going around, but now it's not. So what am I going to do? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put some buttons on, but why not use my little flowers as buttons? So make a buttonhole and just push them through. It's going to be a little bit tight, but why not? And then voila, there I'm going to have my beautiful cushion. I'm going to use my 3 little flowers as well, and cost me nothing. I got the material, had the yarn, got YouTube showing me how to do it, and there here I have a fantastic, one of a kind cushion cover. I've got many more pieces of the same cloth, so perhaps I make another one a little bit different. And that is what I say, there's nothing like, for me, like recycling. It's like, it's art. You take what you have, then you decide what's going to work, what's not going to work, and you start working, and then the one thing leads to another, and at the end you find something that you either throw away, or the more I create, the better I become. It's like everything else. At first I was very scared. I didn't know, is it going to work, and made lots of mistakes, threw lots of things out. But the more I do it, the more I feel, the more ideas just comes up. And the more you do, the more you practice, more skills you acquire. It's just amazing. And then I thought about, I bought, when we were in Thailand the previous time, years back, I bought an overlap skirt. Very, very beautiful. It had this embroidery thing on top. And I think it was black at the bottom. And then when I started wearing it, the black just deteriorated. It was so bad. I think it was hanging in the sun for years and whatever. So I kept this, because this to me is just so precious and beautiful. So as I was going through my cupboard to find a piece of cloth that will go with this idea, I found this again. So I'm busy with cushions, so I'm just going to make this into another cushion. So you see, the thing that I also realized is nothing really has to fit. Things doesn't have to fit. Or you either need to have them fit perfectly, or you go the bohemian style, whatever, where just everything goes. The more they doesn't go together, the more beautiful they look. So this is mine. I love just putting things together, making them work. So yes, now I've got 3 4 cushions after this on my 2 couches, with a little crochet blanket on the one chair, and there you have it. So always remember, I put my photos of all my things on my Facebook page. There you can find all my projects and the beginning and the whole process. So I will take photos of these things in my sitting TV room to see how it fits. And it's the same with us, you know, we don't have to fit in a box. We don't have to be like everybody else. We can just be who we are. And at the end, everything works out together beautifully if you make peace with who you are. I wasn't like this always. I was very good in sport when I was younger. So I went to become a teacher for sport, and I became a tennis coach, but I was always creative. So a couple of years ago I stopped the coaching and the playing tennis. I just had enough, and I started painting and I started creating again. But when I was younger, I used the patterns. So I used patterns to make the dresses and the very intricate things, sewing. And then I got to a point where that was too much. I didn't want to do it again. It was much, much cheaper to buy clothes than to make clothes at that stage. And then a couple of years ago, I just started I saw a dress that I love, in my cupboard. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take a piece of cloth and just cut it. Same pattern, just look at it, or just cut it, do it without patterns. And that's where I started sewing once again. All of a sudden, my creative side starts to grow. And now I make all these wonderful things, started to crochet, started to do whatever, put them all together and create my own stuff without the strict patterns. I'm not the pattern type of person. I love doing this. You need the strict pattern type of persons to do the formal clothes. But if you're like me, just take stuff and just put them together and make your own things that makes you feel alive. Well, thank you that I can share with you my love for recycling. And if I can, you can. It's nothing to stitch 2 blocks together, and there you have a beautiful cushion. Have a fantastic day. My kids are coming on Monday, and my house is ready for them, and now I'm just doing things here and there to make my home new again. 1 or 2 cushions and your house feels brand new. Have a fantastic day. Love you lots.